Hey everyone, Rankiel here, and I'm back with your updated quick leveling guide for patch 2.2 and the start of Season 3. With this guide, you should be able to hit level 70 in under 6 hours, and you could even push for under 5 if you make it ultra efficient. I'm making this video for the quicker and faster leveling method that's in my in-depth guide, and I'm going to have the in-depth guide in my description below. So let's get started. Before anything, this is also assuming that you've already defeated Malthael in campaign mode to unlock adventure mode and have at least one character up to level 60 to unlock torment difficulty levels for seasonal play. And a side note, when you create your character, for the love of God, make sure you create a seasonal character and hardcore if that's your thing. Nothing sucks more than realizing
I've made a huge mistake
after dumping several hours into a character to find that they are non-season or even non-hardcore. So, now that you have your character created, select Game Settings, pick Adventure Mode since the game defaults on Campaign, and for difficulty settings, select Hard. I've got the details in my detailed guide, but in a nutshell, your efficiency for killing and gaining XP falls off beyond Hard for normal leveling. There are some exceptions to bumping up the difficulty that I'll detail later. Now, start your game, and once you're in, immediately go over to your follower and rob the weapons from them. From there, hit M to bring up your map and look for only these bounties. You will only go to these zones if bounties exist, otherwise you will skip to the end and do Halls of Agony level 3. First, look for Clear the Hell Rift in Act 4. Next, you're going to do Cursed Cellar in the Old Ruins in Act 1. Then you're going to look for Clearing Warrior's Rest or Crypt of the Ancients in Festering Woods. You can do the other quests here as well, since the zone has the same perimeter and general layout. And also do any bounty that is in the Weeping Hollow with the exception of Clearing the Den. The level 2 clear takes really too much time to find out, and it's a little bit tricky to get to it, and you're kind of wasting time. But the Weeping Hollow itself has good density and a standard layout like the Festering Woods, so it's really easy to navigate to the bounties. The Cursed Court in Cathedral Level 2, this is a continuous wave of monsters, cursed chest, much like the Cursed Cellar. Cathedral Level 2 has decent density enough to make it worth to go out and search and find for this chest. Finally, if these bounties don't exist, just go to Halls of Agony Level 3 no matter what and clear the zone. They removed boss bounties from 2.2, so taking the time to go off and kill a boss is even worse of an XP reward for this season. And once you're completed with that, just leave your game and start this list over. And that's about it. The other common sense things while leveling is just keep highest ruby in your helm and weapon if possible. You can purchase rings and amulets with average damage from the fences located in Acts 1, Acts 2, Acts 3, which is also Act 4, and Act 5. You can begin using rings at level 6, and amulets, I believe it's level 10 that those start showing up. Once you're level 18, go and kill the Skeleton King on campaign mode. You can kill stuff along the way, but try and get to it as quick as possible. You'll get some XP, and it won't be a complete loss and only about a detour of about 15 minutes. But for what you lose here, you should gain back in bonus XP from your helm in the long run, so it's a good thing to go and pick up this helm. You can get the helm at 15, but at level 18 it starts guaranteeing a socket in the helm, so that's why you want to get it then. For weapons, don't try and enchant a socket in your weapon unless you're putting marquee or greater gems than that in your weapons, as you'll quickly find upgrades as you level. Save all your materials for crafting a level 60 weapon, which, when you hit level 40, train your blacksmith until you can make a level 60 two-handed weapon. I choose a mace because it's the hardest hitting weapon with the slowest attack for the most efficient resource to damage ratio. Now, keep crafting one until you get one with a % chance crowd control and one other secondary stat, so you're looking for 2 secondary stat rolls on it, or you're looking for one that rolls reduced level off the bat. You want this because % crowd control and another secondary gives you a better chance of rolling reduced level. Don't worry if you don't get reduced level at the start. Keep salvaging your items in order to enchant it. Only try to enchant the weapon a few times, as it will eventually be more economical to try and craft a new weapon instead of enchanting one with your cost that's increasing. If you're playing in a group of 4, you can trade crafted maces as the bind on account was changed in a previous hotfix. So if your buddy is having bad luck, try and help them out with a good mace and then feed them your items to help them enchant so that they can salvage them. At this point, you can start running torment difficulties. Eventually, you will keep decreasing the difficulty until you hit your 60s, and then you'll probably end up sticking it back to hard difficulty. Once you hit 70, use your fragments to run normal rifts to round off your gear and get level 70 rares in all slots. You're pretty much looking for main stat crit hit damage, and sockets in your chest and legs. Nothing really too special, nothing super high stats, but once you get the good baseline of gear, you should be able to start pushing Torment 1 rifts. If you're unsure if you can do Torment 1, like if you're playing a hardcore character, test the waters with bounties so that you're not wasting rift fragments. Once you get a greater rift trial keystone, start it up and just TP out right at the start. You'll then get a level 1 keystone from this. So leave the game and start over on Torment 2 difficulty. You'll use this to start your rift. Now, the difficulty doesn't matter what you do for your greater rift, but this is more for later. So clear the rift as fast as you can, but be sure to either stop before the spawn or just after the spawn of the Rift Guardian. Take a note of your time and remaining, how much you have left, and I want to kill the Guardian with 4.5 minutes or less remaining. So now I can go run bounties, which is why we're running on T2. Since you're going to be under geared, you'll typically run 1 to 2 bounties before you run out of time, and then when you're reaching your time on the Rift, use the map to portal back to town. This saves your town portal to the Greater Rift Guardian. Once there, make sure to kill with 4.5 minutes or less remaining. You'll get 1 guaranteed legendary gem, and then you can +1 your Rift Keystone. Continue this until you acquire all 3 legendary gems you want, or even all of them, because this could easily be done with 1 single trial keystone. You'll also be completing your bounties on Torment 2, so eventually at the end you'll have a 50% chance to get a cash item doing this as well. And that's it. Not much to it, quite a bit of repetition, but spending 5 to 6 hours of your time efficiently is nothing compared to how many hours you'll be spending looking for that ancient furnace of yours. So good luck to everyone on your hunts, and subscribe if you want to be updated when I put out more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you later.